Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of the Thor Tranquilities. On my left is the Thor Tranquility model 19P. It's the 2023 model on the Mercedes chassis. And on my right is the 2023 model 19PT on the Ford chassis. So let's get started. So right off the bat you can see that the Mercedes has a higher ground clearance, but that's because it has been lifted. Now, whereas the Ford has not been lifted, however, they both have 16-inch rims. The Mercedes is a true 4x4, whereas the Ford is a all-wheel drive. Now, as you can see, on the driver's side of each of these RVs, the components are laid out pretty much the same, including the rear opening window. The only difference is on the Ford model, you do need to use your key to enter, and this takes gas, whereas on the Mercedes model, it is keyless entry and it takes diesel. Now, looking at the rear of both of these RVs, you can see that the bike racks are both different. The Mercedes has the Thule bike rack and it is higher up, whereas the Ford has a Lippert bike rack, which is somewhat lower. Also, below, the Ford has the 4-pin connection for towing, and the Mercedes has the 7-pin connection for towing. Now here's a look at the rear of the Ford and the Mercedes with the rear doors opened. They're pretty much the same setup wise. The only differences are the Ford has this step platform back here, and it has this privacy shade, so there are no extra coverings for the rear windows. On the Mercedes, there is no step platform, and you do have to put up some window coverings for privacy on each of these rear windows. Now, looking at the passenger side of the vans, the only difference is that the exterior grille connection for the Mercedes is located behind the rear wheel, and on the Ford, it's located in front of the rear wheel. Everything else is pretty much the same Thule crown awning and the same opening windows. Now let's check out the differences on the interior of these RVs. Okay, so starting with the cockpit area of the Ford, of course the two platforms are pretty much different, but some of the more notable items are that the seats are not heated or power seats, and it doesn't have the 3 memory setting. It does have this large screen here in the middle. There's only 2 cup holders in the center, and you do need to insert the key to start up the vehicle. Now here in the Mercedes, you have power and heated seats with the 3-position memory. You do have 4 cup holders here in the center, a smaller screen right here, and you just have a button that you push to start the engine. Now, the interiors of the Mercedes and Ford are very similar, but there are a couple of differences. Here in the Mercedes, the air vent is located upon entry of the sliding door, and the AC is in the back. It has a power rear sofa bed area. Now here in the Ford, you can see that the air vent is not located right here upon entry of the sliding door. It's located more towards the rear of the coach, and the AC unit is right behind it. Now this rear seating sofa area and bed is not a power bed. So that wraps it up for this quick side-by-side comparison of the two Thor Tranquilities, model 19P on the Mercedes chassis and model 19PT on the Ford chassis. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please subscribe to my channel and join me for lots more videos. Bye for now.